Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever or wherever you may be listening, I am pleased to welcome you to episode 10 of Cosmic Crit. My name is Tyler, and I play Edris Varanus on the show, and I am so excited to get to introduce this episode to you. I'm so excited that you guys get to listen to this episode. This is quite a special episode, not only for you guys, the listeners, but for us as players, and I don't want to spoil too much, but I had so much fun. We had so much fun, and I want to keep this short and just let you guys get right into it, but I do have a few quick things I want to talk about. One is that we are having conversations on the Starfinder Discord, Twitter, all over the interwebs, and we are loving the interactions we are getting from you guys. It's just been amazing. I have not seen so many pictures of Chex Mix in my life, and I just love it. I have this weird, every time I see them, I'm just irrationally happy when I'm in the store. I walk by them in the store and people look at me and give me weird looks because I'm beaming at Chex Mix, which looks very weird and creepy probably. And that's all your fault. Everyone who sent it out to us, you guys are amazing, and thank you very much. And we want to continue that interaction as much as possible. And that means building the Cosmic Crit family, so tell your friends. We want to be a part of more conversations and get Cosmic Crit out to as many people as possible. We love making this show, and we are very lucky to have the listeners that we do have. But enough about that. What I get to announce to you is that there's going to be a special Cosmic Crit Halloween episode. Oh, yes! It's gonna be so great. I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I'm not in the loop, but from what I've heard, this is gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. There are gonna be new characters and a very special story written and delivered by not Patrick. So who is writing this amazing episode? You'll have to tune in and find out. But holy cotton socks, I am excited. But that's all for me. Now, we're bringing it to you from the right. We're bringing it to you from the left. But it's time to meet in the middle for episode 10, A Nightmare on Helm Street.
Last time on Cosmic Crit.
ANDIS had a very spooky dream.
We met a living dead guy.
We've received mysterious obsidian envelopes inviting us to meet an undead diplomat.
The gang has a new best friend. His name is Gaverlarsk Nor.
Oh boy. Gallivant?
Gavelarsk Nor sent us on a mission to investigate the ship Acreon.
Spooky Man wants us to look out for a special package.
Is that what they're calling out on EOX these days?
Yeah, special package.
That sounds like wink.
His new name is Spook Show Jones.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Drift Space. The final frontier. These are the voyages of the Cosmic Crit crew. Its 6-book mission to stomp out gangs and explore Absalom Station. To discover fresh new moves on the dance floor. And to roll crits like they've never been rolled before. My name's Captain Patrick, and welcome aboard, everybody. I'm the Game Master here, and joining me is the rest of the crew that the Starfinder Society hastily put together. To my left, a plucky child in an ugly sweater who's wandered onto the bridge. Drew, playing Gnak Sidrak.
Shut up, Wesley.
To his left, an anatomically correct android with a positronic brain. Jabert, playing ANDIS 147.
I recognize that reference, probably. Hey, everybody.
And across from me, a first officer who sits in chairs very, very oddly. Miles, Rockin' Rainey.
Make it so, Patty.
And next to him is the ship's mildly psychic counselor, Rebecca, playing Alindra Valis.
Hello.
And to my right, the ship's brooding alien security officer, Tyler, playing Adros Varanus.
Phasers to kill them all?
Phasers to kill them all. That's what they say. Hi guys, welcome. How are you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
Shabby.
Yeah.
What if
Doing
I
great.
said terrible? I mean,
We would dive
We would
into
stop
it.
the
We would
podcast.
Yeah.
explore it.
all right,
Gonna
well, I'm
really-
doing well.
really
so
look for
I'm good.
Look for the source of those feelings.
If you're gonna say negative things, just say them into your wine glass and not on the podcast.
Like the rest of us adults. Great. So, you guys ready to dive into this week's game?
Yeah.
Yes. So, last time, you all were hired by Gevalarsk, the prime diplomat from the undead planet of Eox. It has stepped in as the mediator between Astral Extractions and the Hardscrabble Collective in their dispute over the ghost ship, the Acreon's Drift Rock Hall. The diplomat has set up a shuttle for you to take out to the quarantine zone where the Acreon is stationed, along with the asteroid. And they've also given you a robotic drone to follow you around. That was last week's fun.
Robob.
A little robro.
Robob. Yeah, but this
Robob or Robob?
ROB-OB, Robot Observer. Robob.
Robob.
So this week's episode also starts a little bit different. It's a few hours past your meeting with Gevalarsk, and we find ourselves on one of the many dead-end corridors used for waste and excess water buildup and atmospheric vents. Steam hisses from the several vents and hatches, and as we step forward, we see three dark figures standing over a smaller fourth, menacingly staring down at him. Gnak, Sizrak, you've been pushed and prodded into this back alley by these two large thugs, and the third figure steps forward from the mist and the vapors in this alleyway and steps into the light, and you can see his face for the first time. He looks down at you and says, well, look what we have here, boys. Finally managed to track him down. If it isn't Gnak Sizrak himself, in the fur and the flesh.
Yeah, and watch my pronkin' coat.
The figure before you is another grifter, a con man, a wastrel known as Jebediah Sims, an android dressed as a preacher who's conned his way across half the packed worlds, pretending to be a man of the cloth, and his two compatriots are mute Vesk bodyguards, as dumb as they are strong, who you've avoided for several months. But now he's standing over you. They're holding on to your coat, and he says, that money you owe me from the Verses job we've come to collect. I done heard you was working out of this station. Managed to get your own crew and take out the downside kings. Must have been a pretty hefty haul, so we're here for the 500 creds you owe, plus interest.
500? I thought it was 50. What are you talking about?
No, it's well over 1,000 now. Time marching on as it does.
Is anybody else with me, or am I alone right now?
Oh, you're so alone.
Oh, great.
Obviously.
So what do I know about this particular person?
Yeah, so Jebediah Sims is pretty similar to you. He's a fast talker, talks to people as a preacher, a man of the gods, and cons them out of money, moves on to the next town, next ship, next space station, and has been doing this over the pack worlds for many years, and you've run across him before, and definitely have jilted him out of some creds, some money in the past. And he's not too bad, but these two Vesk that he travels with are pretty dangerous. So he reiterates, is like, so where's the cred? Where's your money?
All right, I'll come clean. Your creds are in a bar. There's a cred stick taped underneath one of the booths in the back. You go there, you look, it's in the back. It's not the back, it's in the back left, but it's not the very back one, but it's the one right before that.
I Patrick the GM don't remember this ever happening, so bluff check time to lie. Oh, what a great way to start an episode is a Gnak bluff check. Let's see how you do. Oh,
so 19. that is a 19 plus 7. So let's say 26 bluff.
Yeah. So the two Vesk that are with Jebediah look around and they look a little confused, but he looks back at you and he doesn't seem to be convinced. He says, I'm not falling for that again. You told me that same thing on Akaton.
Yeah, but listen, you guys head that way. I will call my people, and I'll make sure they have it there for you, so that you don't have to worry about it.
We know you have the money. It's not the answer we wanted to hear, Gnak. Belloc, see if you can jog the rat's memory. The giant vest takes you by the back of your head and pushes your face down into a bucket of water in the corner of the alleyway. Jebediah gets right over your head where the big one, Belloc, is pushing you into the water and says, "We want those credits, says Rack. Where's those cred sticks, says Rack. We want the pronking creds, says Rack. Where's the pronking creds, Fleamhead?" And it's at that moment, as you're getting dunked into this thing, that everyone else, Alindra and Raimi and Adros and Andis, turn the corner down this alleyway. Rabob is there and says, I told you Master Sizrak was taken by those two large brutes and that odd android. Seems like they're giving him an Absalom bath at the moment.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Does anybody have any cool one-liners? Anything to announce your presence here?
Hey, that's not how you wash a rat.
That's a cool one-liner. That's the hill you want to die on.
I like it. Right, so we rolled initiative before we started this evening. Raimi, what is Raimi's dex bonus?
He's got a +3 modifier, I believe.
So, Jedediah, my android enemy here, has also rolled a 21, as you did, but you beat him out, so you can actually go first in our turn order.
All right. Well, logic dictates that Gnak probably is deserving whatever it's happening to him, but because I have become slightly beholden to him as a teammate, I
Love
take
you
my
too.
laser rifle. Hey, just saying. This isn't a comment on you, Drew.
It kind of is.
No,
He made Gnak, so you know. What do you got, Miles?
Now, honestly, that would happen if anyone but Andis or Edris probably. I unsling my laser rifle and just take a shot at the robot.
Okay, he will have some soft cover because you're at the very end of the alleyway, and there's some crates before you, and Edris is right in front of you. Okay.
So,
What's
11?
Rolled an 8 plus 3, 11 against his EAC is actually a hit because he's also flat-footed. wrong sound effect, right?
Well, yeah, I thought that was going to be a laser rifle. that was like a normal rifle.
That was the start of the marathon. I think.
And then 8,000 people run past.
Let's try that again.
Oh. So go ahead and roll damage, Miles. 3 damage. Okay. And he's going to answer. He turns around. You hit him right in the back.
The butt.
I thought you were saying I have more to say, but no, you said B-U-T-T. Is that
Yes,
correct?
B-U-T-T. In the hiney.
All right. Wow, that's very confusing. You shoot him in the buttocks.
There you go.
For 3 damage. He turns around and says, "Belloc, hold the rat. Cedric, protect me." He turns around and he actually has got an auto pistol. He's going to fire it. Let's see who he's shooting. Shooting it at Alindra, of course.
I haven't even done anything.
Natural 20.
Oh,
no! Things first. Great.
Am I not behind cover?
You are behind cover. I need your KAC.
14.
Okay, still critical hits. 7 points of damage. Yeah, he just takes aim down the alleyway. Could have been anyone, but it was you. And just blows a hole right in your shoulder there. And that one's a little more correct. The auto pistol is like a jacketed round. Next in the turn order is Gnak. Drew, you're up.
So, which one is holding me and which one is going to defend the other guy?
Your head's in a bucket. You have no idea.
So yeah, this one is grappling you. It's got you in a hold.
Can I get his name one more time?
Belloc, right? B-E-L-O-K.
Belloc, how much you think he's actually going to give you from this 500 credits? What's the split?
Doesn't say anything because he is indeed a mute. Fool me once.
I make eye contact and I say, "Look, I'll give you the whole 500 credits now if you help me take these guys down. No split in 3 ways. All for you, buddy. All for you."
He sticks his hand out.
After the fight, man.
He dunks your head under the water. Do you want to try a standard action?
Yeah. Can I get away from him without an acrobatics check or anything like that?
So to roll away, let me just pull it up.
And as an Ysoki, I have a +5 bonus to acrobatics checks against larger enemies. Would this count? Point?
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, you're small, so most everything medium is larger than you. So it's a standard action to attempt to grapple someone, or you can use the escape task of acrobatics to break free. So that's what acrobatics is, and you, as an Ysoki, have a +5. Is that correct?
Yeah, to larger enemies. So I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to acrobatics out of his grasp.
Gotcha. Go for it.
So that's a 17 plus 7. So that would be 24.
24. Yeah, that is enough.
Okay. Now, do I
Jump
still
out of this, guys?
Do I still get a move action after that?
I'll allow it. You were just kind of chatting with him before.
Okay. Where to go though? This is such a tiny hallway.
Well, you're a little mouse, right? So you can like scamper around, right?
I missed scampering class in Ysoki University.
I have this ancient film called Ethel Goes West. You should check it out.
Okay, so
It's all about scampering.
I can move 30 feet.
You're gonna.
After all these fights where I haven't taken any damage, Patrick wants to kill me right now. I get it. All right.
I mean, dead people don't pay up, so they probably don't want to kill you.
Maybe.
So yeah, moving away from this guy, he does try and take a swipe at you, this larger of the two. What is your KAC, Drew?
My KAC is 14.
Okay, yeah, so he takes a swipe with just his claws, the Vesk's claws, and that is a miss. Roll a 4 on the dice. Pretty darn good time to roll low. Great, so that is your turn, and ANDIS is now your turn.
All right. I'm going to run forward to behind this crate, and I'm going to get into cover there. And as I'm running, I'm pulling out my laser rifle, and I'm going to pop this guy who shot Alindra right in his dome.
It's an android dressed like a preacher, dressed in black, got a pork pie hat on.
Really? Wait, like a preacher?
Yep.
Oh.
You're just taking a pop shot at a man of the cloth. That's fine.
Con man of the cloth.
All right. That's how I roll.
Okay. Ooh, yes. Answered my 4 on the dice with your own 4.
Mm-hmm.
Not great. That is indeed a miss. Next is Adros.
Edris is going to move forward. He's going to kind of get past one of these crates. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
You move so
counting this.
You move so much.
Yep. And while he was moving, he pulled out his brand new artillery laser.
Oh boy.
Azimuth, and he's gonna point it at this android and just like smile for the Vesk and attempt to mow this guy down. So let's do this. Oh gosh! Oh, a 2. That's not gonna do it. That's just a wild miss. Yeah, I haven't fired a. I haven't. This is the first time I think I've fired a weapon. It did not.
It hits the ground before you, as you're not used to this heavy gun. Okay, so that is Adros, and is actually now these other Vesk's turn. This one, right behind you, Gnak, comes up and tries and... he's going to try and grapple you again. He's going to put out both of his clawed hands and try and wrap you up against your KAC plus 8. So he is unable to get a grip on you. You're sopping wet.
Yes.
And you just dodge, dip, dive, and duck, and also dodge right out of his way.
Hey, buddy, watch the fur.
This other one is just going to run up to you, Adros, and he's got a hammer weapon, and he's going to try and slam you in the chest with it. What is your KAC?
17.
Right, so he has just rolled a 17, just enough.
Dang it.
And throws his hammer out. Not too much. D6 damage. 7 points of damage as he smacks you in the chest. And that is both of their turns. Alindra Valis, it is your turn.
Right. I'm going to take vengeance.
What's up?
She's upset.
Somebody attacked me. I didn't even do anything yet. So I can move 30, is that right?
I believe so.
Okay, so I will go here, I guess, and use my gun or something.
Can you start your attunement?
Yeah, I'll go to Photon Attunement. I was just moving Wonder Woman. Alright, so I'm going to use my ranged attack, I guess. And I rolled a 1, a natural 1.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes. Basically, exactly what I wanted to come to fruition. You guys are rusty. You've rested on the laurels of taking on the Downside Kings, and you're not ready for a fight. Sipping on your diplomatic black milk all day in the eye, growing fats. That takes us back to the top of the turn order. Miles, it is Ramey's turn.
All right, so I'm going to focus on the robot again and fire magic missile.
Oh boy!
There we go.
Oh boy! So this is one of your fun spells. It does not miss as long as you can see this guy. If you're not moving, it is 3d4. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yes.
All right, so roll those bad boys.
Wow. 1, 1, and 2.
It's damage. It's damage.
Yeah.
So a total of 4.
It's more than anyone else has done.
Yes, exactly.
That is technically correct. Oh no, he shot him previously, so he's done the only damage, Miles.
Yeah.
Good job, sir. That was on Jebediah, and it is his turn. And what is he gonna do? He sees you shooting at him, shooting magic at him. I guess there's a whole line of people in front of him. Let's see who he's gonna shoot. He's gonna shoot someone random in the front line, either ANDIS, Alindra, or Idros. Ooh, he's going for the big Vesk.
Of course.
The gigantic Vesk with the huge artillery laser rifle. KAC, what is your KAC? He's shooting an auto pistol.
KAC is 17.
Okay, so I rolled a 12. That is a hit.
Oh, come on.
Wow, for just 1 point of damage, it just bounces right off your armor. It stings a little bit. Hardly worth writing home about. Gnak.
Guys, pretty sure this guy here is the brains of the operation. I think we all should get him. So I cast get him. So there's a +1
Jebediah.
On Jebediah. And you guys know I don't like to get my hands dirty, but well, he dumped me in water. I'm gonna try to use my combat knife against him.
Against the Vesk or
against
Jebediah?
Jebediah.
Oh, okay. You come up right behind him, pull out a knife that we've not seen before. Is that correct?
I've had it the whole time.
I know. You've never been this close to combat.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh boy, 16 on the dice. 16 on the dice and 18 against his KAC. That is a hit. You've rolled 1d4 minus 1.
Why do I have 1d4 minus 1? What?
Roll the 1. It is
strength.
Your strength is minus 1.
So this is the thing about this. My combat knife is actually an operative weapon, meaning it uses my dex modifier instead of my strength modifier.
To hit, yes.
To hit.
Yeah, but you still do a minimum of 1 damage. So yeah, you just come up and stab him in the leg, and he looks down and says,
Poke.
"Oh, come on now, Gnak. We don't need to do that."
You're outnumbered. If you want to stand down, now's the time.
Yeah, no, my Vesk have never been beaten in combat. We're gonna take your friends out and then take you to the cleaners. It is Andis's turn.
All right. Yeah, Andis is going to go ahead and track the person right in front of Idros.
Yep, the Vesk known as Belloc. No,
yeah, Belloc.
Cedroc? I forget which one went in front of you.
I think that's Cedric, because Belloc is the one that had me.
Cedric.
Okay, cool.
Cedroc, the Vesk entertainer.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna just blast him at point blank range.
Wow.
So that would be 14. So that's a 15 to hit.
Ooh, against his EAC, that is the hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'll be 6 points of damage.
Points. Wow, pretty good. The laser rifle. Yep. He is going to make an attack of opportunity on you because you're shooting point blank at him. You will get a bonus on this cover because it is still partially between you and him. This is like a trash can. What is your KAC?
My KAC is 14.
Okay, so that is a hit for 9 points of damage, max damage on this giant hammer. And that is your turn unless you targeted him. So that was your move.
Yeah.
Edris, Tyler.
All right. I guess I will drop the artillery laser and just pull out the old tactical doshko. And I could do
tactical. Okay, got it.
Because just pulling out the tactical doshko because I want all that sweet damage. That's a move action, so I believe I still have a standard action for attacking. Let's take a swing at this guy. Oh my gosh, a 7 on the dice. It's probably not going to do it with an additional 5. Yeah.
What is the total?
12.
12 is a miss against his KAC, unfortunately. Ooh, yeah, lots of misses.
Dude, I am just rolling. A 2 and a 7.
He's actually going to take a guarded step forward, I think, get out of the way of his boss's gun, because he doesn't want to get shot. He's going to keep hammering at you, at Dross.
Is that
19 on the dice.
God. Oh my.
So that is a hit for 7 points of damage. And his friend back here is going to continue to try and grab you, Gnak. Got to roll pretty darn high, though. 6 isn't going to do it. So instead, you can make an attack of opportunity because he's going to try and get in your way and move around you.
All right. Well, I'm going to try to shoot this Vesk with my azimuth laser pistol.
Nope, sorry. You can take an attack of opportunity against the Vesk.
What is that? I've never been able to make one of these. I don't know.
Yeah, because you're all up in there. You can't do it with a ranged weapon unless there are special circumstances. But with a melee weapon, if someone tries to cast a spell or moves beyond a guarded step, so he's moved 15 feet. He's like circled around you.
So I can use my combat knife then?
Correct. Yeah, because that's what you have out at the moment.
Okay.
Okay. Yep. So you've tried to stab him in the back. It bounces right off his Vesk scale, doing no damage.
Chipped my knife.
So
Come on.
That is his turn, and now we're on to Alindra.
Woohoo! Alright, I'm 1 more point toward photon attunement, and this Vesk moved to me, so I don't even have to move, but I am going to pull out my solar weapon and use my melee attack roll. So I rolled an 18 plus 4, so 22.
Oh boy, that's a hit. Oh, max damage.
And max damage, so
Nice.
9 damage.
Nice.
Wow. So yeah, you stab him right through the leg. It comes out the other side, burning bright blue, and he is up. He nearly drops his hammer though. He looks like he's taken a heck of a beating.
Vengeance!
And that is the end of turn 2. Takes us back to Miles with Rami.
All right.
Chilling in the back, shooting people all day long.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I feel pretty comfortable with it. So I'm going to take another pot shot at Jebediah with my laser rifle. 10.
Ooh, a 10 is not going to do it because, like I said...
Technically an 11.
Oh, yeah. Yep, technically 11. He does have a little bit of armor bonus because you're shooting through the crowd, the melee in the middle of this alleyway, and some boxes and things. So unfortunately, I missed. Do you want to do anything with your move action? Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm okay right now.
Great. Then that takes us to Jebediah, who is going to move forward away from you, Gnak, with a guarded step. He's going to try for Alindra again. Alindra, your KAC. Taking out his right-hand man. He doesn't like it. Oh no.
Oh my
20.
god.
Oh my god.
Die in this alley. We are going to die in this alley.
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
like to say that this is all Knak's fault.
It probably deserves it, right? Natural 20 against you, Rebecca. Ooh, with the auto pistol.
This isn't fair.
This is
great.
ridiculous.
It's great. You guys are fine. Another 7 points of damage. I think that's what I did earlier for you. Yeah, so he just blasts you through your arm, tearing off a huge huge chunk of flesh spraying
We're not
this.
doing so well.
Andis, can you check that trash can for some gravestones?
Yeah, we might need them in a minute.
You guys are fine. Everything's fine here.
If Knack gets me killed, I'm gonna be so mad.
Knack, save everyone's life. It's your turn.
I'm telling you guys, we should still get him, pointing to Jebediah. And I'm going to attempt to shoot him with my azimuth laser pistol. Now, I have a question. If I shoot Jebediah, since this Vesk is right here, is that going to provoke an attack of opportunity?
It will if he wants to claw you. Yes.
So that means yes, right?
If he wants to, yes. He has a Vesker basically armed at all times. He doesn't have anything in his hands right now, but he does have claws, and he can try and claw your arm, and so you don't shoot his boss.
I'm gonna make the attempt.
Okay. So yeah, he does attack you. Obviously, and I rolled a 19.
Of course.
Oh my god.
This is
honestly ludicrous.
The first damage next Sizrak's taken in this game. Vest claws are D4, is that correct?
I think they're D3.
Alright, so only 4 points of damage, Knack. The first damage Knack has taken, I think, besides being thrown out of the HUD bar on the concrete. Right, wow. And so you've rolled a 14, which is a hit against Jebediah, and you've rolled 1 point of damage.
Oh my gosh.
With your laser pistol.
Wonderful point of damage.
Tickle him in the backside.
This
Andis.
is a very bad situation.
Andis 147. It's your turn. Yeah, no, I thought you were confident just a turn ago. You're like, you're outnumbered. You're fine. What you got, Jabert?
I'm going to stay the course on this Vesk dude. And
okay.
I will take just a normal tracked shot at him. So
okay.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
13 on the hit.
Okay, and that includes your bonus. That is unfortunately a miss with the soft cover that Edros here. You're just not able to get a shot. Edros is trying to get in there, get at him with his tactical Doshko, and that causes you to miss. But hopefully it'll be worth it, because Edros, Tyler, it is your turn.
Oh yeah, because I'm rolling rocks tonight, baby. Edros is looking rough. But he does see an opportunity to flank with Alindra, so he's going to take a guarded step, get in behind this Vesk. So now we have Alindra, Vesk, Edris. The old +2 on flanking. He's going to try and hit at it. He's going to take a big old swing at this Vesk backside. A little bit better, but not much. 13 on the dice. I get a +5, making that 18, and the +2 for flanking is 20.
There you go. With the tactical Doshko.
Love it.
Yeah.
That's a D12.
See how overkill this is.
Come on, max damage. 10 on the 10 on the dice, and I get a +4 from my strength. So 14.
So I'll tell you right now, you chop into his neck meat with your tactical Doshko, and he drops to the ground like a sack of potatoes because he had all of 2 points left. Yes! I'm glad that was a fun kill for you. So
Edris wheels around and points at Jebediah. He's like, I'm coming for you next.
Oh, jeez. Let's see. Knack, you can actually make an attack of opportunity because the other Vest is seeing his friend go down. He's going to go for Edros, and he's just going to move right on over to him.
So I still have to do the knife for the attack of opportunity?
Correct, yeah. You have to have a melee weapon.
Okay. Here we go.
Oh yeah, can't get him. He's too fast, too big. An 8 is not going to do it. This guy is going to come up and try and claw you. Tyler is going to try and claw Edros.
This will be embarrassing.
What is your KAC?
17.
Still 17. That is a hit.
You have not missed on me.
I haven't missed on a lot of people. It feels pretty good. 5 points of damage, raking across your face and your chest. His best claws. How you doing, buddy?
He looks great. He looks great. Really great. Kind of like a guy would look if he was about to die.
That sounds like the opposite of great. That is his turn. Alindra, bottom of the turn order. Back to you.
Yeah, I have good news. I'm photon attuned, fully attuned.
Please blow up Jebediah.
Yeah, I'd like to, but you're standing right next to this person.
So if you are moving through Edros in this trash can to get beneath Jebediah, your attack won't hit your allies, but you will take an attack of opportunity when you move past this Belloc. This guy right here. Yeah. So it's up to you. Do you want to move there?
Oh gosh. If I moved right next to him, would I get an attack of opportunity?
If you move there, yes.
I mean, really, there's no way around it. Like, I could shoot, I guess, but I'm not so great with guns, so...
Yeah, well, you can step forward next to Edros if you just want to melee this other Vesk. It's up to you.
I could do that. All right, let me do that. So I am fully attuned, but I'm not going to use Supernova right now.
Ooh, like a live grenade, ready to go. But you're just rocking the sword.
Yeah, just the sword for right now. Oh gosh, I'm not doing so well. All right, I'm gonna take a melee against this guy, and I rolled a 3. Lovely.
Oh,
that's not gonna do it.
We are terrible.
Hey, maybe on turn 4 here, Miles can save the day and kill someone dead.
Please
Miles,
come help us. Please.
Please do damage. Please just do any damage.
All right, so I'm gonna fire my laser rifle at Jebediah.
Kill you.
Laser rifle time. Rolling a 2 on the dice. That's not gonna help anybody but me. Let's see here. Who's Jebediah?
Don't try to take this out on me, Gnak.
Hey. Oh, it's Alindra.
Oh,
He's
no.
firing at Alindra with a 5 on the dice.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
what's your KAC?
14.
He misses. Yeah, hits this trash can right to your left.
Right.
And Gnak, it's your turn.
All right. Seriously, guys, gonna get him. Casting get him again on Jebediah, and I'm going to again attempt to shoot him with my piddly little laser pistol.
Oh, just hit him.
So that's a 13 to hit.
With against his EAC laser pistol, that is a hit. 4 points of damage. Max
Good job,
damage.
Gnak.
Oh
Good
yeah,
job,
he's
Gnak.
not doing too well. This one burns a hole straight through his like free hand, and he's like goes clutching. It's like, Gnak, I'm gonna get you for that.
You're gonna try.
If he lives that long, and it's 147, it's your turn.
All right.
Pretty undamaged Vesk here, and another android who's looking pretty worse for wear.
I'm gonna track the android and blast him to Kingdom Come. So here we go.
Please do.
That's 18 to hit, 19 to hit.
Yes!
Yes! Ooh, the dice reflected the Kingdom Come blasting. Wow. That is a hit.
5 points of damage, yeah.
Ooh. So you drill the hole right through his hat, and it goes through his head. He is dead.
Boom.
Before he hits the alley's grate here behind him. That's your action, and it is Edros' turn. He'll have a mean Vesk.
Yep. Edros would look at the Vesk. He's like, and I think he would say, "The man who hired you is dead. Yield. There's no sense in this combat anymore." Does the guy look like he might yield?
Yeah, he does look pretty sad, pretty unhappy right now. I don't know what else you want. He is mute, so it's not saying anything.
I mean, does he look like? Is he not like taking? I guess
it's your turn. So yeah, what do you want?
I'm just gonna try to intimidate him to not fight anymore.
He does not attack. You may make attack of opportunity because he is going to try and push through you guys and move away through the back of
Let him go.
alley.
No.
Let him go. He's not.
Shoot him in the back. Shoot him in the back.
Don't shoot him in the back. Don't listen to Gnak.
Well, it's up to Edros and Alindra because you guys have the melee weapons if you want to make an attack of opportunity. He is moving past you guys, trying to run past.
Edros would just let him go.
Alindra?
No, I'll let him go.
Okay. Yeah, he just keeps moving and goes past Raimi, and we are out of combat.
Is this android, is he dead, or can we try and stabilize him?
Oh, no. Andis shot him through the brain pan. He's as dead as the androids come.
So Raimi kind of saunters up and just says, mind explaining what happened here, Gnak?
You know the deal. Sometimes deals go well, sometimes deals don't go so well. But the key is we lived, and let's see if this guy has anything that we can use.
Yeah, that's not answering the question.
Rifling through Jebediah's clothes, you find a few of his personal effects, and that character, that NPC, was our third fan submission winner for the NPC challenge. Thank you very much. Coming to us from Nicol Bolas, the Forever Serpent, planeswalker who stalks men's nightmares.
Yeah,
thank you.
Stalking our nightmares with that.
Yeah, good job almost killing us.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, good job, fan, almost destroying the show by killing all the people on it.
Well, No, that was me. I rolled 2 20s. I'm pretty proud of that.
Also, Raimi was fine. He would just walked away.
Raimi will always be fine.
You guys were so excited about the previous NPCs that you could just avoid and or not talk to. It was time for a reckoning. NPC had to die. So I want to give one you can shoot in the face. And thank you to Nicole for the very awesome and very weird preacher con man Jebediah.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Quick question. Would Edris know, does like the Stars Finder Society have like a medical bay or somewhere where he can get, like free healing?
Yeah, Lendra too.
They do have a wing, and they can make medicine checks if you want to rest up there and heal back, a certain amount. If you guys want to go there and rest, you guys both got pretty banged up. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm too poor to afford serums, and I need to heal some hit points.
Rob, after the fight, says, "Wowee, you sure handled them well. I'm surprised they didn't crack your heads open. But you guys are still alive. I suppose now is the best time to tell you that the authorities are on their way, and they're probably going to be here any moment. Do you guys want to make like the old Galarian and disappear?"
No, we'll wait for them to arrive.
They're going to have some questions. We better take the stuff and get going. I feel like
Gnak, I'm sorry, I took all this damage because of you, Gnak. I think the least you can do is wait for the police and answer their questions.
To get arrested? I think this is a terrible idea.
Well, I'll see you guys later, and I jump jet away.
Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Just fly away. Goodbye, team.
Edris would look at Gnak, and he's like, "I guess, Gnak, if you want to run, that's fine, but I'll stay behind."
Who's staying in the alley?
I'm staying with Edris.
I'm staying, but I'm going to roll a stealth check to hide.
Hide in the alley with 3 boxes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's not going to work. Raimi, you sticking around as well?
Yes.
Okay. Well, bye, Andis.
I'm gonna go like hang out on the rooftop. I'm gonna do a similar sort of hiding thing,
Just like Batman?
Yeah, like a Batman thing.
Oh no, this is just like a hallway. There's no rooftops. There's no buildings in Absalom.
Right,
Station.
we're on a space station.
Besides, skyscrapers.
I just jump jet into the ceiling and just like I forget how 3 dimensions work.
So the station security, or Absalom security, or ASC, shows up, and they do ask some questions, mainly about who this guy was and what happened here. And they seem pretty pleased with your accounts of things. They see your Starfinder badges and seem to be a little more receptive than
They don't see mine.
Well, yeah, I mean, they see most of your guys. Thank you, Miles, for interrupting me. But they see most of your guys' badges, and they do want to take you down and talk to you at the station, ASC security headquarters.
Officers, we've been through so much. Look at my friends here. They need medical attention. Please, let us go get medical attention before we go down to any stations to answer any questions.
They say they, can provide you with some medical assistance once you get down there, but they don't typically let murder suspects go without answering a few questions, even if it wasn't self-defense.
If you need me to go down to the station and answer more questions, that's fine. If you have healing, great.
As you guys
bloodstains
are settling up some of these questions, a man, an android in a very sharp business suit, walks up to all of you and the collected officers here. He's got a small briefcase, and he pulls out a small data sheet and hands it to Alindra, and then whispers in some of the ears of the ASC, and they walk away down the alleyway, and he says, "I represent Astral Extractions. Ms. Joss, our head of outreach, would like to meet with you all today to go over some exciting opportunities we have at AE. If you'd like to take a short walk from here and you're interested in coming over for a small lunch, we can see to your wounds and have a discussion. It's a catered meeting, and we are sure to have the very best synthetic drinks and intoxicants money can buy."
Alindra looks at her compatriots and questioningly, telepathically, asks them if they think that we should go.
Andis replies telepathically, "I mean, it is for food."
if the meeting's catered, then I'm all for it. A Vesk has a big appetite, after all.
Don't you guys find this a little suspicious?
I find this absolutely suspicious, but what about this whole experience hasn't been. Into the lion's den, I suppose.
Yeah. I need 10 minutes to catch my breath here. Then I'm good to go.
So while you guys were waiting for station security and answering that questions, you could have gotten your stamina back, gotten your points back there.
Oh, Hugh, I took so much damage. Golly.
Yep.
Huh.
This representative of Astral Extractions does pull out 4 Mark 1 healing serums and can pass them out to you guys.
Oh, Alindra takes one.
Alindra, why don't you take 2 and I'll take 2?
I think I'm going to use one now.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I'm going to use them both now.
He would like to use them now because he's trying to bring you bloodied into an office building.
Yeah, I'm going to use both of them. All right. Oh, sweet.
Oh, nice rolls. So we got 11 for Lindra and 7 points back for Edros. Right, so you guys are heading with this guy to Astral Extractions?
Yes.
Sure.
Raimi goes, but he's kind of pulling up the rear. He's not too thrilled about this.
Raimi, this is what you wanted to do.
On my own terms.
I don't want to be invited places.
There's no pleasing.
Yeah, that's super suspicious. If they're inviting us somewhere, then that's not the best. That's not the best place to be.
I thought your guys' reasoning for not going to them beforehand is you didn't have an invitation.
Exactly.
That was her reason.
I was game master inviting you now.
All right.
Right, so it is a short walk towards the eye from where you guys were out in the ring, and you enter into a massive lobby of AE. When you get off the elevator at the Bluerise Spire, the room is white and clean and bustling with business people, aliens in corporate suits, talking in small clusters, doing some handshaking, some tentacle shaking. A massive 2-story tall holographic series of busts of employees looms in the center of the room, rotating between CFOs and engineers and things like that in the company. And there's a large desk of corporate seats arrayed on one side of the room, and there are crystalline stairs leading up to higher levels. This main lobby is multiple floors tall. Looks like they have like 3 or 4 levels of this building just to themselves. So a Lashunta woman walks up to you guys as you enter into the lobby, and she says,
"Greetings. Thank you so much for coming in today. My name is Ms. Joss. I am the outreach specialist here at AE. I believe we promised you lunch and a quick discussion. Is that right?"
Yes.
Right, well, just follow me.
If this is about a timeshare, I'm going to be very upset.
She leads you towards the back of the floor and into a conference room, and it's got a great spread of food and drink in the center there. It's just you guys and her. She lets you relax a bit and get something to eat and invites you all to sit down. And she says,
I just wanted to chat with you all and talk about our corporate culture, the philosophies that guide us, and explain some of our business dealings with you. Is that all right?
Remy just groans loudly and leans against the wall.
Well, I think Edris would sit down at one of these lovely chairs and put his Doshko and laser weapon on the table and dish himself up some food.
Awesome. I imagine you guys are all sitting at the table if you're not, if you're wanting to eat something. Yeah, so she continues on while you guys are eating and looking at her. She says,
"We here at Astral Extractions are leading the way in discovery, the development, and the distribution of much-needed natural occurring resources here in the Pack World and in the greater galaxy. We're number 1 in terms of ships, contracts, and active sites in all known space, and we will never be undercut. We strive to achieve maximum returns for our investors while providing thousands and thousands of jobs to crews here to the Vescarium."
And she gestures at you, Atros.
Yes, even the Vescarium knows about Astral Extractions.
And while I'm not at liberty to discuss much about the Acreon due to the ongoing litigation between us and Hardscrabble Collective, I can tell you that we originally subcontracted a job to the ship through the Collective. They had prospecting rights over their holds, but Astral would retain any and all legal claims of ownership made upon discovery. You understand.
Okay, I see what's going on here.
Oh, do you, Gnak?
So, you might have heard about a little meeting we had, and you want to make sure that your position is solidified in all the stuff that goes down with the Acreon and this drift rock that comes in. let me tell you something. We are contracted by a third-party impartial observer to make sure that everything's on the up and up with this whole organization.
Right. So, for me to just spell things out and say things as clearly as possible, we understand, we know that you're in the employ of Ambassador Noor, and we cannot interfere with his investigation. We don't want to.
And she waves at Robob, the robot drone following you around. She says,
I just wanted to invite you here today to tell you about the corporation and how we're greatly impressed with the 5 of you. And when your work with the Acreon is done, we might have work here at Astral Extractions for you as consultants. Some very nice positions with lots of perks.
Pass.
You understand. Yes, thank you, Rami. So please eat up, continue to enjoy the food, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
What exactly do you want from us?
Oh, nothing. We are just so happy that you're here to help settle this dispute, and we wanted to let you know a little bit about us, a little bit about what it is to be AE, as they say.
Rami just shakes his head and walks out without saying a word.
Right, so she nods at you and says,
You're free to leave at any time. Feel free to enjoy the food, and yeah, I'll be here. Any questions?
Well, I do appreciate the hospitality and taking your time to talk with us.
Can I do a perception check to see if there's anything weird in the room?
There's nothing weird in the
right.
room. It's a conference room with food on the table.
I am good. I'm resisting the urge to roll a sense motive on the table snacks, and I'm going to go outside and join Rami.
There's not, you heard what, basically this is this is 2 things. It's a threat and a bribe. All combined in one.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
where'd the threat come
the
from?
The bribe is, hey, maybe we'll hire you after this is all done because we like what you do. Subliminal message stuff.
We totally have all these mining rights that da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, calm down. What's the threat, Tyler? That's my question to you.
The threat is we are the number 1 business to all the way out to the Veskarium. We are a very large, powerful company. That's the veiled threat. Do not pronk with us. Give us what we want, and you could get a comfy position here.
That's what I'm getting.
That's like any job interview. It's like, you're threatening me with talking about how great the company is. How dare you?
He's just going to eat all the food at this table. That's all Edris is going to do.
You monster.
He doesn't.
So
that's it.
I would like to know who DG is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that we could try to find out?
That would be massively revealing ourselves in the killing of the Downside Kings.
Right.
Something you want to ask?
Well, no, not outright. But is there some veiled way that we can attempt to get her to tell us that?
Is there a computer terminal anywhere in this room?
No.
Then
negatory.
Us getting that information, I feel like, is going to be very dangerous for all of us right now, because we are kind of in the spotlight for what we're doing. And if we came, the idea before we figured out how big this company was that we were going to sneak in and try to get access to their computer systems and see what we could find out from that. But I feel like the conference room where they're trying to feed us and they know all of our names and they know all of our positions working for Ambassador Noor are going to be a little on the nose for what we're trying to do.
Yeah, so it sounds like most of you guys don't have...
It's kind of dangerous. I agree with Edris.
Yeah, you guys don't want to tip your hand and or you don't want to go too much further into it. Let's just move on. You guys want to leave?
I already did.
Yeah, I was about to say, does anyone want to follow?
Technically, I did too, so yes.
All right. Well, thank you for the hospitality.
Right, so, Rami, you out in the lobby?
I'll wait in the lobby, that's fine.
Okay. So you guys meet up with Rami, who's just looking pretty unhappy, I imagine. Waiting for you. How long did it take to Vesk to devour an entire smorgasbord?
Not long.
Oh yeah, I would imagine it would be a very short time.
I would say 1d 20 minutes.
Probably roll that.
Jesus.
So you guys are all leaving, and as you do, Rami, you look up on this tiered balcony above the crystalline steps, and you see Ms. Joss speaking with the android that found you guys. And yeah, she's just looking over, she waves down at you, and after a moment, as your compatriots meet up with you, you hear through your ring of whispers very clearly Duravor Creel come up. she has said it.
Ooh, that's interesting.
So you guys are leaving through the lobby, and ANDIS, Jabert, as you're leaving, your exocortex begins firing thousands of subroutines throughout your body, analyzing them. It seems to be giving you the extreme fight or flight options, like millions of times per second, firing your pain receptors and causing your subcutaneous lines underneath your skin to glow a bright blue.
Okay.
Can you make a perception check for me?
I will do that. That's going to be a 19.
Yeah. So from the corner of your eye, reflected in the glass of the lobby's doors as you're leaving, you see a huge crooked smile, and turning back to look at what you're trying to see in the reflection there, you see one of the holographic employees standing over you. He's older, perhaps into his 90s, but you remember his smile anywhere. It's an obviously fake one, more of a sneer than anything. And you saw him give that same smile whenever he operated on one of your fellow slave androids in the mining camp decades ago. The same sickly smile he would just leave hanging on his face. This giant hologram stands above you as one of your former captors for most of your life. And the name superimposed beneath his massive bust reads Darius Gilchrist, lead investigative engineer. He wears a suit and a lab coat with the Astral Extractions AE logo on it. And you just see him for like a moment before the holograph changes, and it's now like a blue-collar worker standing where he was.
So Darius is under the employ of Astral Extractions?
That's DG.
DG, man.
Correct.
This is why I'm mad we don't have a video podcast.
Whoa. Okay. Andis suddenly has the urge to burn this place to the ground. So,
well, for maybe some of our players that don't know, and definitely some of our listeners that might not know, who's Darius? Who's this person from your past?
Darius was a engineer that worked in a mining facility where Andis was previously enslaved.
Like 30 or 40 years ago, right?
Right, yeah, like a long time ago, like probably before most of you guys were alive. But he was a particularly nasty individual. You know, he had all sorts of he was just sort of a sadist. But he had this habit of like messing with androids' pain receptors so that they would continually feel pain, like whenever like they did something that he didn't like,
Yeah.
He was just a real bad dude.
He's definitely an evil engineer, evil scientist who was working for this company that had enslaved Andis and dozens of other androids, and now he seems to be working for a legit operation, Astral Extractions.
That's not telling.
That's also not great.
Do we see Andis like go through all this stuff?
Yeah, well, you both see Raimi, kind of staring up at Ms. Joss, and yeah, Andis, do you just freeze in place when that happens?
Yeah,
your cortex is firing off, like I said, thousands of fight or flight immediately.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand there and watch it and like just look at it and try to get try to remember as many details about this as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then when it goes away, I'm going to act cool and I'm going to walk out.
Cool. Everybody else heading out as well.
And then when I get outside, I say, I think I figured out who DG is.
Wait, what?
Do you just want to fill them in?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, and so I'll just be like, yeah, it's this guy named Darius
Gilchrist.
Gilchrist, yes. He's a bad guy, but he's a chump. We can take him.
We should take him.
Well, he's also like 90 years old.
Right. Right.
Probably can take him.
You could probably take this old man.
Yeah.
Well, combined with that, as soon as our benefactor left, she was talking with that robot and was discussing Creel. I know this because I have his name attuned to my Ring of Whispers.
The plot
so
thickens.
That pretty much confirms that these people are directly involved as suspected.
As you know, Andis and Raimi talking, like Edris is fuming. He's just very visibly
Jibber, is Andis giving them any more of the backstory, like how you know Darius?
Andis is gonna kind of leave it at, I knew him. He worked at this mining facility.
Mm-hmm.
He was
bad guy,
really nasty guy, real piece of work, real flame head to androids. He's a racist.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. Anything else you'd like to do? You guys have left Astral Extractions now. The shuttle will be ready the next day.
I'm gonna head to the Starfinder Medical Bay, try and get some of these wounds patched up.
Yep. So if that's what you want to do and rest up overnight, they can basically get you back to full health. They have doctors trained on staff that are the best and the best high tech. So they're rolling their life sciences and mending those wounds. So as you guys are splitting off, Ed Draws is going to the hospital. Where are the rest of you guys doing? You just going home?
Andis, you all right?
Yeah, so if anybody is interested in doing so, you can make a sense motive check against Andis to see if they are withholding information. There is a +2 to the difficulty class because of flat affect, but you're welcome to, because Andis is definitely hiding something.
Imagine it's just very Vulcan responses for most androids. It's like when they're bloodthirsty and angry, they've got like a raised eyebrow.
Can I just detect thoughts on Andis?
You can. It's a little intrusive for a teammate.
Well, I'll ask politely first.
Can I just read your mind, please?
Right, yeah.
I will sense motive on all
as will I.
Andis.
It's like Knac's superpower.
Oh,
well, he rolled the 4.
Rainy rolled a 14.
However, I can also add a 3. Wah wah. Never mind.
Do you have anything in sense motive, Miles, or is it straight 14?
It's straight 14.
Yeah, no. So seems like good old Andis.
Edras obviously wouldn't want to. He believes Andis always. So you just go to the hospital.
Andis would never lie to you. Andis would never withhold important information.
So hard not to metagame.
Yeah, so you guys, the players, might know some information, but your characters in the dark, which is fine. You know the important stuff, which is you guys kind of have a lead on who DG is, and that he is, believe it or not, a bad guy. in the strictest of game terms, he's a bad guy. Great, so let's get to the next day when you guys get word from Ambassador Nord that the craft is ready, the shuttle craft in Docking Bay 290, and you've been given clearance to make your way out to the quarantine space. You've got diplomatic status for the vehicles, the shuttle for its trip to visit the Acreon. So you get down there, and it's a private docking bay, very nice, out on the edge of one of the arms.
No downside kings, no
no battles. Yeah, just some robot loaders and some privately paid dock workers. And what you find is a grayish blue Ringworks Wanderer model shuttle ship waiting for you, and painted in blue and yellow stripe pattern. You can tell it has had several upgrades over the base model. It's got better defenses, shields you can see just from the outside, sensors, and weaponry visible on the exterior side of the ship. And on the side of the ship, in tall golden letters, is the name of the vessel, and it reads, "To be continued."
Oh my gosh, are you? What?
Nah, I'm just kidding. We're going to keep going.
That's what I like to hear.
We're getting on the ship, and we're shipping it out in this episode. The ship's name, written on the side of the ship, is the Hippocampus. And yeah, it's a Ringworld's Wanderer class starship. Thought I'd throw a little monkey wrench at you guys. Let's get on board. You guys clambering up?
Oh, first ship, baby.
It's pretty spacious inside. So it's a modified shuttle interior, but there's like a cargo hold section. There's guest quarters, 6 lifeboats. And the Hippocampus looks like it was mainly used for shuttling just around Absalom Station and very near to the station itself, maybe out to the larger ships in the Armada or things that can't dock with the station. if you take a look at the engine, it does not have a
Drift drive.
so it's just
Well,
a
it's
standard.
Going to be my
spaceship
first
craft.
question. So,
Andis would like to just do a quick engineering check on the vessel to make sure that everything seems to be in order. Just
Yeah.
sort of maybe a little paranoid about that sort of thing. So,
Go ahead and roll it.
Yeah, that's only an 11, but
It's got the engine. That's there. And no, if you do, a quick startup, the ship has already been prepped.
Okay.
It looks like it has probably seen a pretty steady use and upkeep. So there's nothing, no panels falling off, nothing like that you can see. And yeah, it's ready by the time you guys get there. So you could kick it in the guts, and it would be out into space in a few minutes.
what
So
about
it's
things
pretty
like
ready.
weapon systems or computer systems?
So when you get up to the bridge, there are chairs there. There are 2 for gunner positions, a captain's chair, a science officer's, and engineering chairs, as well as a pilot seat. There's, computers located around all of those for operating the vehicle. I have the stats for the hippocampus. I'm going to share them with you guys, and we can talk about them. We can talk about the roles.
oh boy.
I'm excited.
Okay, so we got
All
a
right.
speed of 6, perfect maneuverability. That's exciting.
So it can turn up to, I think, 120 degrees each space that it moves. So it could do a 4-point turn, pretty easily. Its armor class and its tracking lock are 14. We've got a hull points. HP in ship mode is hull points, not hit points. The CT, the critical threat, is 7, which I think is it's like a quarter of your maximum hull points. Whenever you take X amount of damage on a ship, it starts doing critical damage to it, and pieces of the ship start getting wonky.
Yeah, I think it's a 5th, but yes, I believe you're correct.
I can't do math. Yeah, so CT is what did I say? A quarter? No, that makes more sense.
So every time you take a 5th, you'll get critical damage.
Couple weapons. You got a forward-facing light laser cannon and a turreted coil gun.
Oh yeah, man.
So the forward light laser cannon can only attack our forward arc, but that turret can attack any arc.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
right?
turret is going to. That is a fantastic little piece of kit on our little shuttle right now.
Yeah, so the shuttle, you've seen these before, maybe around Absalom Station. ANDIS 147, you've definitely serviced one of these before. You've never necessarily seen one with as many upgrades as this.
Mm-hmm.
It is a ship that is owned and operated by either the security corps, probably, or the station itself. And yeah, it's armored just in case. It's got these weapons probably just in case.
Okay.
The standard complement for this ship is 1 to 4 people, but there's, like I said, I think 6 stations. And we've talked a little bit off air about them. Maybe when we were way back talking about the characters before you had made them, and who would be what and what they do. We didn't know about it then, but we've got the pilot, the engineer, science officer, a gunner, and a captain. Those are the 5 main positions on a starship. So let's go through them, and real quick, for people listening at home that want to know more about the rules of Starfinder, talk about what they do. A pilot, pretty basic, directs a ship, moves a ship. Raimi is an ace pilot. That is his theme. Is that correct, Miles?
Correct. Yes.
Right. So you've piloted a lot of small craft like this before.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something in your character's backstory. You've been trained as a pilot, so probably a good starship role for you.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was going for with that particular character.
Cool.
Also, if he felt like it, he wouldn't have to listen to anybody as far as where to go.
We've got an engineer, which is, like Scotty on Star Trek, is given more power to the engines or pairing things. We got a science officer, which does target locks and can boost the gunnery and do things like scanning the ships and finding out information about them. The gunners, pretty self-explanatory. They're shooting those big guns in all the different arcs on the ship. And the captain kind of gives orders out to everyone and can do that just about whenever. Where do you see yourself, ANDIS? Gilbert, where do you see ANDIS?
Oh, ANDIS is going to sit right down at that engineering desk and feels very comfortable right there.
Super. Rebecca and Drew, Tyler, what were you guys thinking?
Edris would be in the captain's chair, baby. I mean, Edris was a captain.
Mhm.
He's been a captain
Yeah.
before. This, he can pilot and he can gun. He can do the guns, be one with the guns. But
He was a captain at a
his-
very young age, just by virtue of the fact that he owned the ship, right? That he
Yes.
stole.
yeah, and so I think he would.
But it's been a while.
It's been a while, and I think he would just be happy to be on a ship.
So then we've got Gnak and Lindra, science officer, and gunner. And there are 2 gunner stations if you both want to just sit down.
Yeah,
at one of
that's
them.
why I was going to suggest that maybe we should take the 2 gunner stations and leave science officer uninhabited.
Well, there's a +2 computers bonus to this ship. So
Yeah, let's just, you guys can say the gunner stations and we'll figure it out from there if combat happens.
So do we need to choose turret or cannon?
Oh,
I
right.
was going to suggest that I would be on cannon and Nat can take the turret.
Cool. We've got our craft set up. If you guys want to do anything before you take off, as soon as you sit down in the rolls and fill in those chairs, start flipping some knobs, the ship takes off. It's got autopilot and it's already engaged. It's got a path that if you look at the readouts, it's programmed and to take you straight to the quarantine zone. So yeah, it pulls away from the dock and you see the long southern arm of the station first in its totality, and then as you pull away, you get to see the great eye of Absalom Station, this dome of green gardens and lush tiers of parks. And then you can see the spike underneath as you get further away, where the many levels of the downtrodden areas of Absalom. You were fighting there just a few days earlier, and it's teeny, in the ship's view as you clear the station. And yeah, once you get further away from the station, the ship activates its boosters, and you begin to speed even faster towards this quarantine zone. And you begin to pass by thousands of ships that make up the Armada. It's just like a swarm of bees around Absalom Station. And they're alien craft of all shapes and sizes from hundreds of worlds, thousands of different planets. And you whiz by them, accelerating onward. Robob, the little robot, says, "Wowee, I got some good shots of the station from here. Going to be making a great establishing shot for this evidentiary film that I'm making for this legal case. Can't wait. Those judges."
Patrick,
to see
is this just Mr. Poopy Butthole?
ANDIS?
I like saying, no, this much more. I'm so worried to dip into from Borderlands.
Yeah, this is Claptrap.
Claptrap 2.0, Robob. Yeah, so the computer, it says it's going to be about 2 hours until you get to the Acreon, and that's full thrusters there. So it's pretty far outside of the range of the station. What do you guys do to pass the time?
Do we still have access to the information grid?
Yes, you are close enough to the station where the infosphere reaches out that far.
Okay. Well, so if we're not, if we've got autopilot engaged and we can just kind of do whatever we want, ANDIS is going to start kind of the process of looking for information about Darius Gilchrist.
Sure, make a computer's check for me.
That's a 20.
So you find a lot of public records. They only go back a few years on him, most of them tied to his employment with Astral Extractions.
Mm-hmm.
For the most part, yeah, it seems pretty whitewashed. There doesn't seem to be many mentions of him before that. But it seems like his job at Astral Extractions is to go out into the field and pinpoint leads on mining rights and things like that, and do kind of science work and setting up drills.
So he's principally stationed not on Absalom, principally.
That's a great question. I don't think he lives there, but you're able to find like photos of him at least in the Blue Spire building that you were in. But there are more photos of him in a spacesuit, on a mining rig, like out on some rock somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but there's not a ton of information besides that.
Okay, but nothing like a home address or anything.
No, nothing with a list of his work schedule, his fears on the back.
Okay.
What does he fear the most? Oh no, that part was real. After about 25 minutes, a small alert symbol begins to go off. Wasn't everyone giving me a perception check if we see this? Knocking that nat 20 out from Gnak right now.
Yeah, nice.
It's a Gnak 20.
Yeah, just about all of you see it. It's just a small flashing light on one of the computer displays. And if you're sitting right in front of it, you definitely see it. And it looks to be a ship that is closing in on your position. After you've got away from the Armada, there's been nothing around you, for thousands of miles. And the ship's computer tries to get a lock on this other ship on its transponder, and it does not find anything. It is not broadcasting its transponder.
Everybody get to stations. We should assume the worst here.
Edros, as a former pirate, not beaming your transponder if there's not something wrong electrically, that ship is up to no good. That is a classic pirate action.
And he would obviously relay that to everybody. Gnak, why don't you take the turret? And Alindra, why don't you take the forward gun?
Aye, Captain.
All right.
An alarm suddenly sounds in the cockpit of the hippocampus. The mystery ship has armed its weapons, and your computer has figured out that they're targeting. Lasers are targeting in on the ship. It is time for some space combat.
Oh, yeah.
Cue that space combat music.
Oh, guys, I have something for this. One thing.
Oh, boy.
I got that app when I was in Mexico. It got a lot of use.
Oh yeah, welcome back. So if you guys can see what I'm seeing here, we got a space field with not a square map. This is a hexagonal. Your ship over here, the hippocampus, has got 6 different sides, 60-degree sections of the ship, which are known as like the arcs. So you got a forward arc, and that is this one at the front of the ship.
Patrick, can I ask you a question? So the forward arc is so I'm looking at what I could consider the front of the ship, and I see a forward arc being 2 different hexes. So I just want to clarify that the 2 hexes that are in front of it and the stuff in that direction could be considered the forward arc of the ship.
Oh, that's a good question. So the front arc, the forward arc, and the aft arc are smaller arcs. They are 60 degrees, and your starboard and your port arcs, the right and the left side respectively, are 120 degrees on ships. So you can, if in this forward arc, if it bifurcates a hexagon, it can be in either, if it's on the left side of the ship, the port arc, or the front arc. So you see this one just 2 away from your ship. You can choose for that to be in either arc if it's like cut right down the middle, but it can only be in that arc for guns. So if you choose it's in the port arc and you fire your gun at it, then Alindra cannot fire her front-facing arc.
Okay, so that's the art that we are using pointed at a thing that is slightly off kilter. Okay.
And yeah, this thing is moving forward. We roll an opposed pilot check at the beginning of each turn of Starship combat. We did a lot of these before we started recording tonight, so we could go a little bit faster. And on this first one, actually, Raimi, you have won this opposed check, so it's a little counterintuitive. The other ship has to move first. So as it gets closer, you guys can tell it's still miles and miles away from you. It is a small craft as well. It is very fast. It moves 12 spaces on its turn, and now it is time for you guys to move. So this is the pilot's phase, because we haven't had any damage done. Raimi, what would you like to do? It seems to be moving around your port side.
Okay. And how many spaces do I get to move?
Sure. If you look at the ship's information for the hippocampus that I sent forward under speed, it says 6.
So 6 spaces?
6 spaces, yep.
So, but turn 0, so we can move, turn, move, turn, move, turn, move, turn. Is that correct?
Correct. Yeah. So
we're going to want to keep this ship within our forward arc as much as possible.
Yeah.
Well,
so what I'm going to do is here and turn.
Yeah, like that.
Section of the forward arc. The ship is in it.
Okay.
Real
quick. So we've moved forward a little bit. We've also kind of shifted down on our star map.
So, quick question. Can I move to the science officer position really quickly?
That is a great question. On the beginning of a turn, you can make a move. You were still at the gunnery position on this turn.
Right, at the beginning of a round, it felt like did we skip engineer phase, or does that happen at the beginning? I'm confused.
We did, because the combat started from these guys moving into position.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so yeah, that was the Helm phase, and now we are on to gunnery, and we've got 2 people in gunnery positions, and they're both, it's within the front arc, the forward arc. It's going to, it doesn't seem to be facing it's not like in its front arc, but its guns pivot around, and it has a laser blast comes in your direction.
So it has a laser turret, I'm assuming?
You do not know yet. You have not scanned this bad boy. But laser fire definitely comes in your direction. Definitely seems to be in a broad arc, because it's kind of scooting around you and not facing you when it shoots.
Oh, that's super loud.
Whoa!
Sorry,
whoa.
I'm on the starship's weapons in Sirenscape. Thank you, Sirenscape.
Oh yeah, please.
And that was the laser cannon.
Okay, so I've rolled a 5. That is going to be a miss. The lasers, it also seems to be just a little bit out of range at the moment, and they go wide around you. Is your guys' turn on this gunnery check? What do you want to do? We've got Gnak and Alindra, is that correct?
Yes, so Gnak is going to fire the laser turret.
Can I try to use my captain action to give Gnak a +4 using the demand?
Oh boy, yeah. So demand is you shouting orders at him, right?
Yep. And I think Edward should be like, Gnak, fire that cannon now! We'll just roll that. Let's see. I get to add my intimidate to that, which is 4. So I've rolled a 14, and so I've missed the DC.
That is a no. Yeah. So he's screaming at you, Gnak. What do you got to say about that?
I'm just gonna try to fire and ignore this rampaging Vesk screaming in my face. So I'm gonna fire. So that I've rolled an 18 on the die, so that's plus
a hit.
4d4? What is 1d4? What is that?
I'm sorry. I probably should have given you that information as well.
The turret is 44, so...
Yeah, well, it's a coil gun, and it's got a long range, and 4d4 damage. Go ahead and roll that.
So I've rolled a 7.
I've got a coil gun sound. Should we give it a shot?
Yeah. Get it. Hit us up.
Right. Coil gun!
You let off a massive blast of energy to its starboard side of the ship. It blasts through a very small layer of shields, just 2 points on the shields, and 5 hull damage against this thing. Okay.
Well done, Gnak.
We were still on gunnery phase. We got Alindra. That's also in this. What do you got, Alindra?
That hit the starboard side, is that right?
Correct, yes.
Alright, so I'll roll a d20, and I got a 4, so...
Try to sound more excited about
This is
that.
why I'm on a cannon. Alright.
Here's your cannon.
It is indeed a miss.
Off into space.
That's turn 1 of this. In turn 2, the ship has got the drop on you, so...
I'll go be a science officer, because I'm...
Okay, so you get up from the gunnery chair for the front-facing
if that's okay
gun.
with you, Captain.
I mean, I'll be like, take the science officer deck. I'll jump in this gun.
Oh wow, we got a big shake up here. Jabert, what do you got for engineering?
I'm gonna boost our weapons.
Okay, so boosting weapons if you succeed. What do you roll?
I've just rolled a 13 for engineering, so that should be a success. 10 plus 2 is 12. So
is it the same DC?
Yeah, it's the same for all different actions.
Pretty easy for you, at least. A smarty pants.
So each damage die that rolls a 1 this round is treated as a 2 instead.
Okay, so that is that round. Going on to Helm. Like I said, the other ship has got the drop. So Raimi, Miles, you've got to move first.
Alright, I'm gonna put just a little bit of distance between us. Forward here,
So yeah,
and
you can
turn.
Okay, so you've moved to here, Miles.
Gotcha.
So you're trying to get closer to the ship, is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miles, don't forget that you can also take the evade stunt, which is a relatively low DC, to give us a +2 to AC if you choose. Yeah.
It's okay. We're gonna move on here because it is Shippy's time.
That ship looks Eoxian.
So the other ship moves around and comes up your aft side, moves right around the back side of your ship, and we're into the gunnery phase. So we've got 2 people on the gunnery there, and I've got a gun as well.
Wait, can I do my science officer thing first?
You can, yeah. It's in the same phase. Gunnery
So
phase.
I'd like to use scan, which is a computer's check, so I'm probably going to fail this, but we'll try. Oh my gosh, 20!
Yes!
Well done.
Oh my gosh! And then I think that we also get +2 to computers checks because I'm on a ship, plus I get +1 to that because of my character.
Right.
It's a 23, right?
Yeah, so you're tapping out commands on the keyboard in front of you. The computer begins to lock onto the ship, and it does like a profile scan and puts it against a database to try and explain what it is. This is a Death's Head necroglider. It is indeed a tiny ship, an interceptor, like a fighter craft, and it is of Eoxian design. And I think with that roll, you can find out one other piece of information about the ship besides its basic. It's got a speed of 12. Is there anything else you want to know about it? Its make, its design, weapons, armor.
Weapons.
Can I find out its? Yeah, let me find out what it's. Should I find out its weapon or its defenses?
Well, because if we find out its weapons, we can figure out where we can position to not get hit by it.
All right. So regardless, I think that defenses would be more in our interest because then we know what to target.
Sure. Well, you're the science officer.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
What about, do you want to know about shields, its armor class? What?
Yeah.
What do you, do you want to scan its shields to figure out what they're at right now?
Yeah, let me find out the shield values.
So its starboard are down, its forward shield array is 3 points, its port is 2 points, and its aft is 3 points. That's a 10-point basic shields.
Okay.
And you've already blasted through its starboard.
Okay.
So we want to attack that starboard whenever we can.
Great. So gunnery phase, you guys give me some firing. Oh no, unfortunately, I think the only gun that can shoot it's on your aft side is going to be that turret, which is Gnak, right?
Yes. So
Go ahead and roll me a gunnery check.
Oh, so that's an 11 plus 2 plus 2, so that's a 14.
That is a miss. Yeah, this thing is moving so fast. It's moving twice as fast as your shuttlecraft, and it gets up behind you. Fire its gun. Ooh boy, yeah. It is not the laser that it fired the previous round. It gets up and you're in its forward arc. It shoots out this massive beam of electromagnetic energy. And it just bounds through your ship, and you hear, wires start burning and alarms going off, and starts messing with the ship's electronic systems. And yeah, it scrambles a random system on the ship. So does someone want to give me a D100 roll?
Yeah, Lindra, 58.
A weapons array has been hit, so we're gonna just 50-50 chance it. Does someone want to roll a D20 for me? The low will be the coil gun. Of course, Raimi, thank you, Miles. 7, your coil gun has been hit. It is now glitching. It's got it's a critical damage condition, and it's a -2 penalty on that.
Oh, good.
Electromagnetic blast, and they seem to have targeted the weapon systems on the ship, and now they're glitching out. The computer screens are like bouncing back and forth, and it's just making that coil gun a little more difficult to get a lock on you guys. We're into round 3, engineering phase. What do we got? Does anybody want to switch positions real quick?
Yeah, I'll go back into the captain's seat, I guess.
Andis, do you have a engineering check for me?
I do. Here we go. Oh my gosh, that was a natural 1. So I rolled a 10. All right, so we are still glitching. Sorry, gang.
Not good. So yeah, you're just unable to catch the bug. It seems like the computers, they're just not responsive to any of your commands. We're moving back into Helm phase, and unfortunately, Miles, once again, this other guy seems to be outpiloting you. You're gonna have to move first.
All right.
Now, where do you want to move?
I want to try to do a flip and burn.
Well, could I try to give Miles a bonus to his piloting check?
Captain can act basically on any part of the round. So, are you demanding that he flip and burn?
I don't know whether to try and give the captain's bonus to Raimi to try and get him to where he can pilot second, or...
You're the captain. Make a decision, sir. I need it now.
Yeah, I'll try and give him a +4 bonus.
All right. Roll that demand.
Nope.
Ooh,
Didn't make
11. Yeah, so you're screaming out orders. The alarms are blaring on the ship, and Raimi, you're trying to drown all this out. And do you want to do a flip and burn, sir?
Yeah, I want to give it a shot. I mean,
Okay, so this is a stunt. Basically, I think it was in the first episode of Firefly. Is that correct? Maybe not the first episode, but the
Like the one where they had the reavers. I think might have been the second one.
not the first one that aired, but like the actual first episode. They you just like stop the engines and you turn around and do a mince burn. You move half speed, so that's going to be 3. This is a pretty dangerous check because if you fail it, you only move forward half speed and you don't do anything else. So, but you got to move straight forward. Is a DC
15 plus
17. Yeah. So 2 times your.
All right.
A natural 2. Well, it was good while it lasted on Cosmic Crit. Good times.
Unless we have a bunch of escape pods, right?
Oh, there are 6 escape pods.
We'll be fine.
The other ship is moving into another attack formation. It kind of circles around and is still on your aft arc, and it shoots a laser system as well at you. They miss. They go pretty wide. Luckily for you guys.
Fire gun! Fire gun!
Well,
You do
can we
have
get
one ship.
Can we get a science officer, maybe a targeting or something?
Yeah,
like
I'd
that?
like to target something, or at least attempt to. I would like to target the core.
Try the core? Can you target the core?
You can.
Yeah.
Power core of the opposing ship.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Great,
I'm
great
gonna
call.
target the power core. Yeah, here we go. Wish me luck. Oh no!
gonna go with that.
Rolled a 4. That comes to a 7
okay.
with all my bonuses.
So Alindra's great at using, basic computers, perhaps, but a very difficult starship computer system. It is kind of difficult to navigate around, and you're not able to get there in time before Gnak. You gotta fire your guns off.
All right, what do
You're
I
at
need?
-2 right now.
Negative.
Go ahead and shoot.
Oh,
Knack.
oh no!
A 3
That's a 3
with a
on the
-2.
die.
That is a miss.
Tonight.
All right, let's keep it going. Round 4.
Back to engineering.
Yes, yeah, we're on round 4.
I'm gonna patch our weapon systems. There we are. That's
Ooh,
like it.
a 10 on the dice, a 19. So they are no longer glitching.
That's
and
a
we're going to
relief.
go on to Helm. This ship is outmaneuvering and getting all up in the backside of your ship. Raimi, you've got to move first.
All right. I'm gonna try to evade.
Okay, so that's another stunt. It gives
10
you a
plus 2 times your ship's tier, so I need at least a 12.
pretty easy for you, right?
I would assume so, but
Let's see what the
however,
dice say.
16.
Yeah,
There it
16. So you're given a bonus to your ship's armor class and your target lock, and are you moving as well?
Yeah,
Try and put some distance between us and them so they can't get to our aft.
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So I'll probably just move.
Now you're facing the front arc, this tiny little fighter pilot. Okay, so this thing gets around the backside of you. That is our Helm phase. Gunnery, what do you guys got?
I'm going to attempt to target the core again. We'll see how this goes.
With a...
And I rolled
I'm
a
gonna
3.
get it with a 3.
Yeah, you did. Gunners, what do you got?
I'm so glad that no one is yelling at me to do a better job.
I'm gonna before Gnak shoots, I'm going to encourage him. This works like aid another, and I can grant a +2 bonus to Gnak's shot by succeeding at a DC 10 check using the same skill. So that's just
Piloting?
an attack. That's just an attack for me. So I just get to roll a d20, and I rolled a 15. So Gnak, you get a +2 to your gunner.
All right.
And we're no longer glitching, so go at it, Gnak.
Rolled a 14, so that's
Good.
Plus your dex.
plus dex,
So plus 1 from the computers, right?
plus 2 from the roll that Edris just did. So that is 19.
Nice.
14 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, is that correct? Yes, 19 is a hit.
Yes.
Well done.
Ooh, boy, that's an important one.
So, ANDIS did not boost the guns this time.
No, I was fixing the guns.
You fixed the guns.
You fixed them, which is good. So it's
Believe it or not,
4d4, correct?
Yeah, come on, Knack, roll them rocks.
So it's a 9.
9 points, and you are firing at it's
starboard
what's the right side? Starboard still?
Starboard side, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, its shields are down there. That's pretty important.
Nice.
9 points. So it has taken critical damage past its threshold.
Nice.
So I need you to roll a d100 for one of its random systems. Oh, hey, and just rolled that 3 pretty quick on the dice roll.
Yeah, that's life support.
Yes, I was about to say that is critical structures there. So yeah, they begin glitching.
If it's an oxygen ship, life support might not matter too much, but
That's a good point. Oops.
Go ahead and roll it again because we've gone past its critical threshold twice.
Yes. Nice. Good job.
Can I roll this one?
Yeah, do it, bud.
48.
8, so that is going to be
weapons array.
Yeah, it's weapons array. Just roll a d20 for me, and the gun will be the low roll.
12.
All right, so yeah, that's its EMP cannon.
Yes, no more glitching.
Yeah, hey.
Nicely done.
It's going to fire back at you, and that is a hit. I rolled 18 on the dice. Here, you see right now it's 16 with the evade. Wait, did you evade? Yes.
Yeah.
This turn. Still hit.
Here comes a laser.
Yep, it's a short-range laser, so it gets right in behind your ship and fires 3 points. So that is absorbed by your shield, which is in the aft, down to 2 points. And that is it for that turn. We're on to turn number 5. Turn number 5.
All right.
Hold on. So go ahead.
No, go ahead, Alindra.
Well, I was going to say that now that we have another gun up, I can go and take that if you'd like.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So which gun am I on?
The front-facing arc.
Okay, great, perfect.
Jabert, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go ahead and boost the weapons. There we
There
go.
it is.
Thank
Those
you.
are the rolls.
With
I like
the
to see.
15.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good job.
So, Helm Phase, Miles, piloting, Rami, you've rolled a 24. This other pilot has rolled a 31. So why don't you go ahead and move the hippocampus first.
Evade again.
Evade, a stunt. Go ahead and make me that piloting check.
I believe in you.
Nice.
And that's
Is that
an
bare minimum?
+1 from
That's
the
exactly what we need.
Cool. So you move forward. Okay, so you've moved your 6. Your aft is still facing this guy, but having to move first doesn't really matter because the thing is super maneuverable and fast as well. You've been able to tell. It moves and is also going to come around the backside of you.
Can Gnak use his get him ability on a starship?
Get that ship. On to our gunnery phase. What do you guys got? Make me some attack rolls.
So I'm going to try to attack it with the turret.
Coil.
6. Wah.
That will not
A
do
6 is indeed a miss.
I mean, it's getting with even with bonuses, it's going to be a miss.
Right, and it shoots its laser cannon at you guys at your aft again for 2 points, drilling you down. So aft shield's gone. Is that correct? 3 last turn, 5 this turn. Awesome, and let's go quickly to the next phase.
Okay, I'm going to jump back in the science officer seat.
Turn 6. Moving around. Engineer, you got anything? What do you want to do, Jabert?
I'm gonna try. Okay, I'm trying to decide if I should boost our engines or our guns again. I'm gonna go for the engines. Actually,
Can you
Give
restore?
a +2 to movement.
Can you restore shields?
I can get a plus. I can get a +1 on the shields. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll just beef up our shields just a hair.
Now that the shields are gone.
All right, let's get them.
Oh, good roll.
Yeah.
Shield back up. Roll a 23 on that engineering. On to Helm. Is there any boosting we want to do to the piloting skill here?
Not this time.
Good.
No, I'm gonna give my captain bonus to Gnak when it comes time.
Alrighty, so on this one, Miles, I believe this time around you rolled a 1 and I rolled a 2. And
come on!
Yeah, unfortunately on this round it's still a little bit faster than you. I'm going to need you to move first.
I'm gonna try to evade again.
Yep, I mean it's working. This thing's on your tailpipe.
Well done.
Do you want to try and circle around again, or?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
That was rolled a 15, so he does make the evade DC.
So give him a little bonus to that armor class, which is nice. Let's see here. So you can get this thing in your front arc in your movement here. This will be within its front arc. But then it gets to move, and it does the exact same thing. It just circles right around you. It's got twice the amount of speed and the same amount of maneuverability. So he goes here.
Literally can fly circles.
So it's definitely got the edge on speed, same maneuverability, and that's the Helm phase. Gunnery, what do you guys got?
Knack, let me try to encourage you here. I do not encourage you, buddy. Roll the 4 on the die. Not good enough.
All right.
All right. 15 from Knack.
So that's a 15 plus 2 plus 1.
That's a hit, sir.
Well done.
Alright, so I'm going to roll 4d4, and that is a 9 damage.
Ooh.
Well done.
So it is hitting its front arc this time, so those shields go down. It takes 6 points. It is still flying, but yeah, most of its shields are down, and it's taken a lot of damage here. On to turn number 6.
Whew.
Gunnery phase, what do you got?
You mean engineering phase?
Yes. Oh boy, getting those names wrong all over this. Jabert, what does ANDIS 147 have?
ANDIS is going to boost those guns. Gotta boost those guns.
Nice.
There it is, 25.
That'll do it. Engineering done. Helm. All right, Raimi, on this turn, you've rolled a 24. Feeling pretty confident about that, sir?
I guess.
Because I rolled a 5, which will give me a 17, and very important, second time you've beaten them in the Helm phase, so I have to move first. Basically, it's going to come around the backside of you, and then it is going to turn its port side where it's got shields, and now you can move.
Okay.
Okay, so its forward shields are down, and its aft shields are down, so we need to...
No, it's starboard and forward.
Okay,
So
so
down
forward and
completely.
starboard, we have to target.
I don't think we've ever seen the back of this thing.
No.
The orange zone is the zone we need to target.
Yeah.
Correct.
That's the front. I see.
It turned its shields toward you, so it had to move first, but that's kind of the defensive thing that it can do.
So
but
what
you guys
if we
have got
go right?
6 movement.
That's what I'm looking for right here, I think.
We have nobody on
There.
our forward gun, so we don't have to get us pointed towards it. So we just have to get in range of the forward shields, or the forward ports or starboard ports.
Right.
So you can get right up into its forward arc, so that's going to put you, in its prime firing position. But if you move all the way, kind of as the crow flies in space, I think you actually have to move like on its arc. But you can, one of your forward-facing guns, I think, will be able to hit it. So you moved 6, and you had to turn 3 times, I think, to get up here. You won't be able to have your front-facing gun in the face, but you've gotten behind its broken forward-facing shields. And...
Nobody's manning the forward-facing gun anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, is that correct? All right, well then, yeah, who cares? Good. Oh man, this is going to be a big old gnat kill if this happens. That is the Helm phase. You guys have both moved. Now is Gunnery phase. I swear I'll get these names right on our 10th space battle.
So I get a +1, is that correct?
Yeah, and I'm going to try and encourage you as well.
No
Science
screaming?
officer. No, science officer.
What do you want to do?
Should we target? Should we try and target a system?
Yeah, I can try.
Yeah, do it. Try.
Alright. I rolled a 10, so that's a 13.
Ah, close.
Actually not enough, yes.
Ooh, Knack, you are encouraged. You get a +2, buddy.
All right.
Let them rip.
Pressure's on.
Would it win wazzle?
16 is on the dice, a hit with a +5. Is that correct? Need to roll that damage.
Oh, come on, Knack. Blast this thing.
Did you boost?
I did. I boosted the weapons.
Ooh boy, this could be
Yes.
dangerous.
1s or 2s. Let's do it.
All right, so that's 10 damage.
Right, so you rolled a 9, but one of them was a 1, so 10 damage. No shields on this thing. You blast it past its defenses. You see things exploding on the back of the ship as its power core has been targeted and does critical damage. Go ahead.
done.
Yeah, so that starts glitching out. Yeah, this thing, it looks like it's disabled. You guys have won this combat.
Yes!
Unbelievably.
Nice.
Oh.
It zooms away, limping as it does. And we're at a combat.
Yes!
Nice. Can we alert like the armada that like, hey, there's this interceptor here?
How about
Yeah, no, you actually get alerted by them because they've like sensed this space battle out there. And
they
send you a message, believe it or not. Very short message.
What does the message say?
I think you know what it says.
Oh, what's it gonna say?
It says, "Are you guys okay? Do you need help? SOS." Just kidding. It says to be continued. Obviously.
Wow.
Don't believe you made it out alive from that. I was rolling pretty well, I feel like, but no 20s during the space combat game.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's a relief.
Ooh, some pretty major coil gun attacks from Gnak. Way to go. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah. That was pretty neat. That was pretty neat.
Physically drained. Yeah. Well, that's gonna do it for this. Is probably gonna be the longest episode yet of Cosmic Crit.
Yeah, but
thank
easily.
you guys for joining us, for listening in, for you guys for playing, for staying up late with me. How about everybody say a good night, everyone?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Hasta mañana.
You've been listening to Cosmic Crit, a Starfinder role-playing game actual play podcast. If you like what you hear and want to know more, find us online at cosmiccrit.com, where you can see our character sheets, read their backstories, and check out all of our art. Follow us online at Cosmic Crit on the Twitter and the Instagram, or send us an email, a question, a comment, or a critique at cosmiccrit@gmail.com. Our theme music is Epic Song by the band Alpha Brutal. You can find them online at alphabrutal.bandcamp.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, may all your crits be cosmic crits.